Hi, my name is Carla Schmidt. I'm the director of the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. I'm here today with my colleague, Elisa Stern-Cahoy, who is the assistant director, and we'd like to share with you some information about the Pennsylvania Center for the Book, which has a mission to study, honor, celebrate, and promote books, reading, libraries, and literacy in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The center sponsors several literary awards and events, and develops a wide range of educational content across multimedia to connect with its broad audience and to celebrate Pennsylvania's continued contributions to culture and literature. One of the initiatives that we are involved with is the Great Reads from Great Places program through the Library of Congress. Every center for the book and every state chooses a book to represent their state at the National Book Festival. This year, we chose Feed Your Mind, written by Jen Bryant and illustrated by Candace Chapman. This is a story for young readers about August Wilson and his early life and the tribulations that he really went through before he became one of the most beloved playwrights in America. It's a book that all of you can enjoy. There is a video on our website of Jen Bryant talking about how she came to create this book and how she became interested in the life of August Wilson. Wordstruck is a program that's new to us. These are micro essays on literature that have redefined you in some way. And this is a program open to 10th and 12th graders to describe how literature has made a difference in their life. The essays are only 350 words or less, and we're really seeing some wonderful thoughts from young people about how literature has impacted them in a variety of ways. I encourage you to look at this year's essays, and if you know any 10th or 12th graders, to ask them to participate.
As Carla said, I'm Elisa Cahoy, and I'm the education librarian and assistant director of the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. And one of our book awards that we have at the Center for the Book is the Lind Ward Graphic Novel Prize. So if you have readers who love graphic novels, this is a great award to follow to identify the best, most memorable, most impactful graphic novels published each year. This award is in its 9th year, and the 2020 winner of the Lind Ward Graphic Novel Prize is King of King Court, which is a memoir written and illustrated by Travis Dandro. We also had an honor book this year. It's a book that some of you might know. It won the Newbery Award. It's by Jerry Kraft, and it's called New Kid. If you go to our website at the Pennsylvania Center for the Book, you will see information on King of King Court and New Kid, as well as all of our winners in past years, chosen by a jury that includes Penn State faculty and graphic novel experts and students and both graduate and undergraduate from Penn State University. Let's talk about the Literary and Cultural Heritage Map of Pennsylvania. This is an incredible teaching tool, and as with all of our resources, this tool resides on our website. If you just Google Pennsylvania Center for the Book, you'll get there, and we link right to the Literary and Cultural Heritage Map of Pennsylvania. This is an online resource that will help students of all ages learn more about some of the most significant literary and cultural figures from across Pennsylvania. You can browse geographically, or you can also browse more by topic, by subject, by author, and you can really learn a lot about all of the different people and places that have fed into our literary history across Pennsylvania. It's an incredible educational tool. Poems from Life. This is a new project at the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. We've had it going for a few years now, and it's very impactful. It's a partnership with Juniper Village at Brookline, which is a elder living community here in State College, Pennsylvania. This project pairs area poets with residents from Juniper Village at Brookline, and the aim is to tell the story of important, significant moments from their lives. And these poems are fascinating because they really unearth memories and events from Juniper residents' lives that mean so much to the people who read the poems and their families. It's just an incredible project. And if you visit our website, you'll be able to see the poems and the posters that we actually create from these poems.
Oh, I get to talk about Route One Reads. This is the program from the Center for the Book in which all of the centers that are along Highway Route 1 choose a book that fits a particular genre. And this year it's historical fiction. We've chosen Carnegie's Maid by Marie Benedict. She is an author from Pennsylvania. And this story imagines what would it be like if Andrew Carnegie got the idea to be a philanthropist from an immigrant who comes from Ireland. So it's a fabulous historical read, and it does make you think about the time period in which it was written and what life was like for people during that time period. Other years, we've chosen books in the romance category, mystery. We've even had a cookbook year. So if you're looking for some great reads that have something to do with Pennsylvania and are written by Pennsylvania authors, I highly recommend Route One Reads. Oh, and my favorite program at the Pennsylvania Center for the Book is the 13 Best Books for Family Literacy called A Baker's Dozen. These are all of the titles that we consider to be the best books to fulfill the lifelong love of books. And we want to start with the youngest people. And if you look at these titles, you can see a real variety of wonderful books. We've named 13 books every year since 2004. They can all be found on our website. And when you go to the website of the Baker's Dozen, you will notice that we've written a summary of each book, and then we've written an activity to use with children and an activity to teach families how to use the books. So we're looking at adults that may not be readers themselves and might need a little assistance in that area with even how to hold a book with a child and have them sit in your lap and enjoy a story time. I'm pleased to say that Elisa has done some story times with some of the Baker's Dozen titles. These can be found on our YouTube channel, and you can find that on our Center for the Book website. She's also been recording some stories for the radio, and I'll have her just mention what the name of the radio is so that many of your children would be able to listen to some bedtime stories.
That's right. If you go to WSOV, if you just Google WSOV, you'll see their online website. It's Sounds of the Valley. It's a Millheim, Pennsylvania radio station. And I think every night except Saturday, they have story time at 8 p.m. And it's a range of different songs and stories. And sometimes you'll hear me in there as well, reading some different stories that are great books for kids. So if you have young children or grandchildren, round them up, listen to some of these Baker's Dozen stories, check some of these out, and also maybe go to WSOV online and listen to some stories online too.
And I'd just like to mention that also with our Baker's Dozen, connected to that is a family literacy page that has all kinds of activities to do for family fun nights, and also some lessons that are a little more formal and that they have an assessment piece that comes along with them. And they make for wonderful family programming in public libraries and even school libraries. So check it out. It's a wonderful website.
The Family Literacy website is an incredible resource for public and school librarians. So I'd like to talk about another poetry initiative at the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. It is called the Public Poetry Project. And you can see the 4 posters from this year's 2020 Public Poetry Project. Each year, we feature 4 poems with Pennsylvania poets on posters that are available online, and they're also distributed for free across the state of Pennsylvania to public libraries, to schools, to coffee houses, you name it. And if you want poems, or posters, I should say, poem posters, we will send them to you. So don't hesitate. If you are interested in getting some poetry posters, visit our website. You'll see there's a link to contact us. Don't hesitate to request posters, and we'll be happy to mail some out to you too. But you can also go to the website and view the posters from 2020 and from other years as well. And I should also mention that these poems are chosen by poets that represent the different regions of Pennsylvania. We always strive to have a poet from the East, a poet from the West, and maybe hopefully a Central Pennsylvania poet too. And they really work to highlight new and different and diverse poets each year so that we have incredible poetry that's inspiring on walls throughout the Commonwealth.
Oh, and we do love our poetry at the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. This is another poetry initiative that is on our 28th or 29th year. It's the Lee Bennett Hopkins Poetry Award for Children. And this year's selection is How to Read a Book by Kwame Alexander, illustrated by Melissa Sweet. Kwame is a Newbery winning author and Melissa is a Caldecott honoree. So you know that this book is something special when both of these wonderful talents have won other awards. Kwame has even won another Lee Bennett Hopkins Award for the crossover in 2015. So we're especially happy that this is an award that brings poetry into children's lives. If you go to WPSU Bookmark, you'll find some book reviews of How to Read a Book review of Carnegie's Maid, and a book review of Feed Your Mind. And there'll be other titles like our Lynn Ward Prize is also going to be featured on WPSU. So we really do try to get reading promotion out in the minds of the citizens of Pennsylvania and help them to find some really great titles to use not only for themselves, but for their families. So this is a wonderful award that is decided by a jury of 5 people from across the United States. And I'm really happy to say that we've had jurors from over 30 different states. So it's pretty exciting to see these books that are really special rise to the top during awards season. So it's a book to absolutely love and enjoy.
It's a great book. We'll wrap up just by saying how happy we were to be able to share with you some of the different initiatives from the Pennsylvania Center for the Book. So don't forget that anything that we talked about today, if you just Google Pennsylvania Center for the Book, you'll get right to our website. And everything that we discussed today is available right there on our website. And we hope that you enjoyed this, and we hope that you use the fruits of the Pennsylvania Center for the Book to benefit your community. And we hope to hear from you how these resources helped you.